As we look back on 2011, I think we realize that North Charleston, compared to many places across this country, has been very blessed. You know, we've talked earlier about the industries that have come into our community and how important they are. But small business is the backbone of America. This year, we had 71 certificates of occupancy given to new commercial openings here in North Charleston. And that means that the economy is looking up. It means that people are creating entrepreneurships and moving forward. And that's important because those 1, 2, 5, 10, 15 employee positions that open up in our community are very, very important to us. And we continue to work with those as well as the major industries that are moving in to make sure that they have an opportunity to be successful here in the city of North Charleston. We are very wise in the way we handle our expenditures. We manage our money well so that we can give you the best level of services possible for the dollars that we receive. To give you an example of how well we've done in our finances and what a great job our finance department has done, this year our general revenue went up 1.5% or $1.7 million. Our property tax went up 5% or $2.3 million, and our business license went up 4.7% or $1.2 million. We also saw an increase in our hospitality tax of 7.8% of around $625,000. This is the 19th straight year that we were the retail leader in the state of South Carolina with retail sales of $5.64 billion, over $500 million more than any other city in the state. We also received $6 million in grants. That's money that we're able to utilize that doesn't come from the general fund that helps us to increase what we can do without having to repay. The City Council and your Mayor stand ready for 2012 to not only meet the opportunities but the challenges we will face. They always come and we always deal with them. But you need to know that we're not forgetting the challenges that remain out of 2011. One of those is the rail issue here in the city of North Charleston in our lawsuit against the state of South Carolina. Be assured that this council and this mayor, at the end of the day, will do what we think is right and fair to the people of the city of North Charleston. That's the task that you give us by electing us, and we're up to meeting that measure. Each 10 years when the census is completed, local governments are challenged with the responsibility of redistricting their council seats. What that does is make sure that each council district has equal number representation and make sure that all aspects of our community are fairly represented. It's a tough challenge, especially with the growth we've had this last 10 years. We're now up almost to 100,000 people. But our GIS department did a marvelous job in helping us get started with a layout. From that, we were able to move forward in working with our legal department and with our executive department, and then engaging members of the community, members from the city council, as well as going and having public hearings to make sure that everybody felt they had equal representation. It was submitted to the federal government, and as 10 years ago, we got no response from the federal government, which meant that we could move forward with our election and that we had done our job properly. North Charleston's always been known to have great baseball programs in our city and some great fields in which for us to play. None of them probably any better than right here at Collins Park, where we have many championships that have been won here and also a major league movie about baseball actually filmed here. But you haven't seen anything yet. Welcome to Westcott Park. This is going to be the nicest baseball facility in the Low Country, if not the state of South Carolina. It's going to have a Cal Ripken practice infield, something that is new to the Low Country. It's also going to have 3 baseball fields that replicate major league fields, including the Green Monster. It is going to be something that we can all come out and enjoy baseball, but we'll have picnic sheds and shelters and places for the rest of the family to enjoy at the same time. This will be something that everybody in North Charleston can look at with pride and say welcome as we host tournaments from across the state and outside the state here at Westcott Park. When I became mayor of the city of North Charleston, every time we would go down Ladson Road to try to bring in a new industry, we would be caught with the fact that we said, Here is where Palmetto Parkway is going to be. And Palmetto Parkway is going to be a wonderful road where you can build your industries. Of course, they didn't see Palmetto Parkway and nobody came. So we partnered with South Carolina Electric and Gas, Charleston County, and the state of South Carolina to build the first phase of Palmetto Parkway. And because of that, we filled up that first phase pretty well with new industries coming in, creating jobs and major investment in our community. This year, through Roadwise, we opened up the expansion of Palmetto Parkway. And because of that expansion, we have seen great growth in this corridor already. When we landed Boeing, little did we know that it would not only be the Boeing plant located over by the air base. Behind me is the new interiors plant, creating new jobs that are part of the aeronautics industry. We expect to see even more growth in the aeronautics industry for the future. We're in a great location at a great time, and we're going to take advantage of it. This year, Cummings also announced that they're having a $24 million expansion, hiring 31 high-paying engineering jobs here in the city. Straight USA Armoring did over a $5 million announcement, creating 50 good jobs also. What they do is they take regular vehicles and armor plate them for protection. TWL Precision invested $5 million, creating 35 more jobs. We were very proud of the fact to see an investment by the Zucker family in TIG Hitco that will be built here in Palmetto Parkway, creating 350 new jobs for North Charleston. The city of North Charleston was the first governmental entity to merge its dispatch center into the county's dispatch center, believing that we have better accuracy and better service if we have these centers combined. Behind me is the new county centralized dispatch center that's being built off of Palmetto Parkway. It will be a building that is very safe and one that can withstand storms, anything that we have, so that we can stay in touch with our police, fire, and EMS. Here's Chief John Zumalt to give us more information on the dispatch center.
Yeah, by July of 2013, we'll be fully consolidated. This building should be complete at the end of 12. And then movement of equipment into the facility during the spring, and then getting the current employees that are consolidated in, and then by July we bring the rest of them in.
Boeing has been a part of our news now for a couple of years, but what a wonderful part it is. You know, when we were recruiting Boeing, there were people who said that our workforce couldn't deal with the caliber and quality that we needed for a plant like Boeing. We came in 6 months early in construction, over 4 million hours of labor with not one lost hour due to injury. That not only speaks volumes to Boeing, but it speaks volumes to other people across the country as we recruit new industry to the Lowcountry about what a talented, wonderful workforce that we have. Boeing has solar panels on the entire roof of this manufacturing plant, making it the 10th largest use of solar panels in the country. Also, Boeing now has their new center for delivery that is going to be ready for the first plane when it rolls out to bring people from all over the world to North Charleston to receive their new Boeing 787. In 2011, we opened the second phase of Remount Ventures, office buildings here on Remount Road that primarily service those folks that are contractors for Spay Wars, creating good paying jobs for people in the Lowcountry and especially North Charleston. With the continued expansion of Centerpoint and especially Tanger outlets, we are having to deal with more traffic issues. One of the things that we're trying to do is create an alternate entrance into the outlet mall area. This is where we're continuing Tanger Boulevard, which will continue across International and run into Montague with a new traffic signal that will go in. When we finish this phase, we will then go down to International Boulevard and Montague and create a new turn lane and a new light system there for the movement of vehicular traffic. We're constantly having to deal with the growth that we have in the area. Welcome to Montague Terrace. Last year we talked with you about we were moving forward with bringing and updating this facility. Today you see the first phase completed. New concession stands in a centralized area where people can come out and get their food in one location. But look at it, over 7,500 square feet that we can use for pre-function space wedding receptions, all type of things when the Coliseum is not in use, making it a more viable option for people to use more regularly so that it can become a more profitable facility for us. We've also done other renovations that are going to move us forward, including upgrading our suites. When we first built the Coliseum 19 years ago, we had very small seats that held about 10 people, had no true services. It wasn't a true suite. Today, we have a state-of-the-art facility. And with that, we've got an additional $20,000 per year per suite in rent. It helps us make us have a state-of-the-art class act Coliseum, but it also adds to the income level that we receive as well. We're very proud of what we've done with the kitchen, full service, bathroom, everything now located in the suite. We have come far away from what we started, but it is such an improvement, something that we all in North Charleston can be very proud of. When the Charleston Naval Base closed, we received this property as part of the base closure plan. A number of acres that has totally been underutilized. For a while we had our court system here, we had our code enforcement operating out of here, and we had our fire department administrative services operating out of here. We have forever needed a new public works facility, one that is centrally located and has the land mass that can help us do all the services that we provide to the constituents of the city of North Charleston. This is where that's going to be. It's going to be a state-of-the-art facility that's going to cost about $40 million, but it's something that we have put off for the last 15 years. Time has come, we must move forward. In the background is the old housing that actually belonged to the Air Force. That property finally was transferred to us last month. That property will be utilized as part of it, but one of the other goals that we have is for a senior adult complex to be located here as well, giving a place for seniors to gather, to enjoy each other, but also have places to exercise and make sure that their health requirements are met. It's a great opportunity for us as a city as we advance moving forward to give better services to all of our people. Each year we try to grow our cultural arts program here in North Charleston. One of the things that we have on an annual basis is our Arts Festival, which is held here in our convention center. We also then display art in our convention center all year round. And we have decided that we will have a cultural arts person of resident here in North Charleston. This year it's Laurie Starnes-Ism. And Laurie, this is her picture. Self-portrait, outstanding artist. But what the benefit of that is that she now visits all of our schools, opens our children up to exposure in art, something that a lot of our kids don't have the opportunity for. It's a great program. North Charleston continues to receive a lot of national attention for the type of community that we have. One of those recognitions came this year from Kaboom, naming us a very playful city in which to live. We also received international attention this year as we were named one of the finalists by LiveCom, who recognizes community that has sustainable, livable communities. And Business Week named North Charleston as one of America's most fun, affordable cities in which to live. We've just had the privilege of opening our 19th Community Center in North Charleston here in the Green Grove community. A community that has been waiting and wanting a community center for years, and we've finally been able to meet those needs. We're constantly looking at ways to improve all of our areas for our citizens to gather, meet, and have functions. We have now got our 20th center under construction on Dorchester Road in the middle Dorchester Road corridor, meeting a need that's been there for years as well. This year we will be looking to the future. Where do we do number 21 as we constantly are trying to improve the quality of life for all of us? Welcome to Station 5, the newest fire station in the city of North Charleston. We finished and completed this one this year, got our firefighters in it. It is a beautiful station, state-of-the-art, and something that we're looking forward to providing service throughout this area of North Charleston. Also this year, we added this new Pierce fire truck. We continually try to upgrade our equipment so that our men and women in the fire service can have the best equipment possible to do their job. It's City Council and the Mayor's responsibility to provide all of our employees the tools to do their job. This year, we also added this fire truck. This fire truck is in honor of the fight to cure cancer. It's named after Brenda Cawley, John Cawley's wife, who has been such a stalwart in fighting cancer for the last 4 to 5 years. It is in honor of all who have suffered from cancer. For years, we've been incarcerating people, and we have seen people come out of prison, repeat what they had done before, and go back. This year, we decided to try something new. It's called Project Stand here in Charleston Farms. We did an undercover operation for about 6 or 7 months, and then we went in and arrested over 30 people in one day for drug activity. We worked with the community to pick 8 of those people to give a second chance. People just at the entry level of getting into the drug business. We have taken those 8, and they were required to do certain things. One, they had to take a GED. They had to go out and get a job. And they had to come here to this community center and work to plant a garden that provided vegetables for seniors here in the community. This program will air on Dateline this April. We think the program has been successful. 4 of the 8 people have come through and have been successful in completing every aspect that they had to do. We need to take these people and make them productive citizens, and this is a test model for us to do that. When I became mayor, we were a reactive police department. All we did was answer calls. Now we are a proactive police department. Through council, we've added the manpower that we need, that we can actually go out and deter crime instead of dealing with crime after it happens. Because of that, our crime rate is down. Our violence is down. The number of people who are murdered in the city of North Charleston has decreased dramatically. The number of calls for services are down, but the number of self-initiated calls are up. We're constantly trying to work with the community to get their involvement and their input so that they can feel that we're doing the best job we can to make their lives safe. We will not tolerate crime in North Charleston. That's the message that we're sending out. But we want to work with the community to make sure that's done in a way and a fashion that is acceptable to all. This is an Adirondack chair that was built by Garrett Academy of Technology. It was a gift to the mayor as they're opening a new venture out at Garrett Academy, working with their metal guys and their woodworking guys to create entrepreneurships. They actually will be making these and selling them and entering some entrepreneurship competition. And we think this is an excellent way of getting our young men and women ready for the future. They also this year built 5 new little houses, playhouses, that were auctioned off at our Christmas festival this year, which gave an opportunity for their products to be seen, but all the money went to charity. We think this is not only teaching them about how to create a business and an entrepreneurship, but about giving back to the community as well. And we salute Charleston County School District for their efforts. Welcome to our fitness center here in North Charleston. We have found that it's been a great asset to us as we're able to do screenings here. We're offering classes to our employees, and the overall fitness of our employees has improved dramatically. Chris Ruth and her staff have worked very hard in human resources to offer programs for our employees, as well as we've had different events that help us understand better the need for fitness. With the retirement of Chief Judge Vic Reveles, Mel Coleman came on as the new Chief Judge here in the city of North Charleston. Mel has done a wonderful job for us. We also added Blair Jennings, a local attorney, as an associate judge here in the city. We're looking forward to continuing to make sure that justice is handled out very well here in the city of North Charleston, the busiest court in the state of South Carolina. You know, you have to fight so many battles legally. One was Watson Hill, and that was a 4 or 5 year process that we went through. But because of the legal department that we have and their endurance and sticking with us and working with us, that was one of the largest annexations in the history of the state of South Carolina. And we now have it completed, and it's a part of the city, which gives the city growth not for just the next 10 years, but for the next 25 or 30 years, long after this council and this mayor are gone. And I want to congratulate our legal department for a job well done. That was me on the backhoe that you just saw, tearing down what used to be Pine Haven Shopping Center and later Shipwatch Square. In 1959, we welcomed Pine Haven Shopping Center as the largest shopping center in the Southeast. It, over the years, deteriorated, went down, lost business, eventually shut down except for 1 or 2 stores. What we as a city are doing, we have bought this property and we're going to bring it back as a central location for people in the southern end of the city, not only to get services, but to get quality of life treatment as well. We have to have a drugstore, we have to have a grocery store, we have to have a bank. Those services are so much needed by every citizen.
I am glad that you've taken the time to listen to this state of the city, because overall I think North Charleston is doing extremely well. There's a number of reasons that occurs. One, and most importantly, is that our community believes in the city in which they live. And because of you, you make our job easier because you work with us to try to make positive changes to make our community a better place to live, work, and play. Our city council is a wonderful council. I want to personally thank the 3 council members that are no longer serving. Steve Ayer did a wonderful job representing the communities that he represented for a number of years. Mr. Kurt Taylor, we just appreciate his expertise and input that he was able to give in the number of years that he served here as well, representing part of the Park Circle area. And Phoebe Miller. Phoebe was an outstanding member of our council and had a lot of interest in trying to make sure that our communities cleaned up and we created a better environment in which for people to live. We're going to miss those 3. I can't say enough about the department heads and the people that work for them in this city. They do a wonderful job. They come to work every day with an attitude of public service, trying to make sure that they do what they can do to make life better for all of us within our community. They try to take the ruffles out of making things happen so that it's smooth when people come in to do business here in the city of North Charleston. Our law enforcement division is second to none. Our fire service is second to none. Our recreational department is second to none. Each department contributing back. My executive department is such a good team to work with. I've been able to assemble a group of people that truly care about this community, and we will continue to strive to make sure that this is a great place for all of us. I ask that you stay tuned to what's going on in your community, not just for the state of the city, but each month, so that you know the advances that we're making. As we look forward to 2012, I look forward with excitement because I know that we have great opportunities still coming our way today. We're going to see the housing market improve, we're going to see unemployment go down, and we're going to see the quality of life continue to expand. God bless you, and thank you for being a part of the wonderful city of North Charleston.